Field for race number 2 is at the start of the raw. Vintage Grand's going to stride out and leave with Cruising Charlie. Badlands Terror to the inside of third. Then Better Gin and Creepin'. But it's Vintage Grand who's got the lead. But Cruising Charlie is cruising still on the outside. Now is looking to take back and squeeze into the pocket and is able to do so in front of Badlands Terror. And then racing forth is Better Gin and Creepin' is back there trailing the field. They race off the turn. They come on towards us 5 and a line. Vintage Grand, the 1-2 favorite, leads the field up to the 3/8 now. Cruising Charlie is racing position second. Badlands Terror is position third. Is about 4 from the front. In front of Better Gin and Creepin' is trailing the field. It is Vintage Grand and Turk Henry leading a length and a half. Cruising Charlie is enjoying the view in the pocket. Badlands Terror is 3 lengths off the lead from third. Then Better Gin is racing fourth, and Creepin' is position fifth. They work on into the backstretch of a half of 57 seconds, and Vintage Grand leads it. But that is Cruising Charlie, who's getting a nice trip, and Badlands Terror on the inside isn't able to keep up, is dropping back a little bit now, and Better Gin is moving on the outside, and then it is Creepin', but it's still Vintage Grand who's just cruising along. Vintage Grand Cruising Charlie, though, is right there, nose to helmet in the pocket now. Better Gin is third. Then Badlands Terror on the inside and Creepin' to the outside, creeping up a little bit closer, but still has about 4.5 or 5 lengths to catch the leader. That leader is Vintage Grand, 3/4, 126. It is Vintage Grand. Cruising Charlie's been getting the trip. Better Gin, then Creepin', Badlands Terror, all the way back to trailing the field. They come on down the stretch by, and it is Vintage Grand. Vintage Grand is striding away on the field. Vintage Grand is going to take this one and win it comfortably. Finishing second will be Cruising Charlie. Better Gin was third, 154 and 4.